Okay, so that brings us then to the question of the week. And so this week, I had a post that I wrote about the Bank of America Unlimited Cash Rewards. And actually, I guess what I wrote was basically, am I going to break up with the Bank of America Premium Rewards card because of the new Unlimited Cash Rewards? The question of the week doesn't really have anything to do with that part of it, though. Within the post, I mentioned at some point that I also had an Alaska card that I was going to look to see if I could product change to a customized cash card, because Bank of America has sometimes allowed that in the past, where you can convert a co-branded Alaska card to a customized cash card, or what used to be the cash rewards card, the 321 card. And so my thoughts there were getting the 3% category with platinum honors and getting 5.25%. There's a lot of ins and outs there, but at any rate, somebody asked. And so what I want you to do is I want you this week with the question of the week to read minds. So I'm going to give you the chance to read two people's minds.
Oh,
so first,
okay.
Alicia, you can read Alicia's. Well, you have to read my mind, I guess, with Alicia's question. So Alicia's question was, why do you want to surrender your Alaska card? So that was question number one. Question number two, the second mind to read, is Frank, because Frank said, I cannot see why you would want to keep an Alaska card at all beyond the first year. Can you? So first of all, why would I consider surrendering the Alaska Airlines Visa? And why would anybody not want to surrender the Alaska Airlines Visa?
Sure. Okay. So why would I want to surrender it? Same reason I gave up mine when I had them, I assume, which is they have an annual fee and I wasn't getting any value from them year after year. So I product changed to whatever I product changed back then. And if it was today, I probably would change to that card. What is it called? Cash Unlimited.
Well, the customized cash is what the unlimited cash, if it's possible, I guess. But the customized cash is what I had in mind with that, because I already have the card that earns the 2.625% everywhere.
Right,
and the customized cash, if you've got platinum honor status, then that 3% category, which you get to choose each month, up to 2,500 spend per quarter, is a 5.25% cash back category. So I mean,
that's up to 2,500 spend. Up to 2,500, in some cases, another reason to do that is if you already have one of those customized cash, you might be able to product change to another one and then have 5K of spend each quarter in that category.
Right. And I mean, for a card with no annual fee, let's run the math here real quick. So the 2,500 in spend each quarter is what, 10,000 a year. So it's $525 a year in cash back with that card on a no fee card, essentially, if you're able to hit that 2,500 per quarter. I mean, that's pretty terrific and probably beats the return you're going to get on an Alaska card. Because if you spent $10,000 on an Alaska card, you're going to get 10,000 Alaska miles, which even by the most generous valuation is not worth $525.
No. I mean, if you valued them at 2 cents each, you're talking $200. So,
So why would so Frank then asked the next question: why would anybody consider keeping it beyond the first year? Because clearly, you and I are saying it doesn't make any sense, right?
Right. Well, the reason would be that you are getting value from the card, and the biggest value perk that I can remember is that it has a annual companion ticket, which I think we have a guide for that using that companion ticket, right? And
I wrote it,
Nick wrote it, and it can be crazy valuable if you fly Alaska. So you get a companion for. You can add a companion to a flight for what, $99? $99
comes out to like $121 or something like that.
There you go. And what's so cool about it is you could do things like book, multiple legs to get to Hawaii and add your companion for that same price, even if it would be very expensive. I think the companion, if you have like upgrade instruments or miles for upgrade, I think that even the companion ticket is upgradable.
It is.
The companion also earns, correct me if I'm wrong, earns miles and earns elite status from those flights, which is different from like Delta's companion ticket for example, where they don't. So it's very valuable if you use it. But some of us are in parts of the country where it's very hard to use those because you do have to fly Alaska Airlines to use it. And if you don't have Alaska flights nearby, then
And not so useful.
yeah, not so useful.
Yeah. Yeah. If you live somewhere served by Alaska, and especially if you're somebody who chases Alaska elite status with a partner, then I think that
Yeah.
those are super, super valuable. Because, like Greg said, you can book some really complex trips that don't really, make sense. When you look at the companion certificate, you might just think of a very simple round trip, New York to LA kind of a thing, but you can get much crazier than that. And so I've written some examples where you could spend a few $100s each and come out with, like well over 10,000 redeemable miles each, and miles that'll get you pretty close to elite status and blah, blah, blah. So I mean, they definitely can be super duper valuable. So I can certainly understand why someone would be like, I'm never giving up the Alaska card,
Yeah.
but I don't live near an airport that's served by Alaska. I have used that benefit before. I've enjoyed thinking about how you could leverage it, but practically speaking, it's not useful for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, I mean, we have one flight a day out to Seattle from Detroit Airport, and I've just never had the opportunity to use it. I mean, theoretically I could, but it just hasn't worked out. So yeah, same for me.
There you go.